Hey, I'm Dennis with Florida Insurance Inspections, and we're on site to do a 4-point inspection, a citizen's roof certification inspection, and then afterwards we're going to do a pool inspection. So we're going to start on the outside. The first thing we want to do is take a picture of the exterior of the home. So when we take the picture, we want to show all elevations. Okay, got that? Then we want to find the house number just so we verify the address on the report. So I'm going to start taking pictures of the right elevation. Check the gate. Self-closing, that'll come up in our pool inspection. Okay, so we're going to take another right elevation picture. We want to show the whole side of each elevation in every picture. During an insurance inspection, I'm always going to take a picture of the pool because the insurance carrier wants to know that the pool is in good condition. It's not green, it's not a hazard, okay? So I'll take a picture of that. Then I'll finish with my elevation pictures. Again, showing all sides. All right, so we'll get a picture of the back elevation, showing the whole elevation. Move around. And you want to know, this is the 4-point is the general inspection of the roof, plumbing, electrical, and AC. It's a non-invasive basic inspection for the insurance carrier. So they're hiring us as independent third-party inspectors. We're not hired by the client so they can pass, and we're not hired by the insurance carrier so they can fail. We're independent, okay? Now let's get to this elevation. All right, so I'll take a picture of this elevation. So part of the 4-point is the air conditioner. So we're going to take a picture of the air conditioner. It's required in the 4-point. We notice it looks good condition. It's bolted down, level slab. Now on the air conditioning equipment, you can get all the information off of the label here. So it has a serial number and a model number. The serial number will tell you the age and the model number will tell you the size. So always take a picture of that for the 4-point inspection. So it looks like this is from '09, which is acceptable, and the model number is a 2-ton AC. This is the safety cover known as the dead front, which Ramon already removed from the panel. So it looks like it's an upgraded Siemens panel. We'll take a picture of that. You're supposed to take a picture with the door on as well. So we'll just pretend that we did. Okay, so when we look in the panel, we're looking for type of wiring. So there's copper wiring. We're looking for double tap breakers, which you can learn about in the free online electrical inspection course from InterNACHI. But everything seems to be clean. So I'll take my picture and Ramon's going to go ahead and put the cover back on. And I'll finish taking my elevation picture. Okay, we're good on that. Let's check this self-closing. Okay, so after we get all the exterior photos, check the exterior electrical and the exterior AC, we're going to check out the roof. So let's climb up the roof. Okay, so here we are on top of the roof. This is a flat concrete tile roof. It appears to be circa 1988. You can tell it's been sealed in the elastomeric paint. It looks to be in functional condition. The only thing that will fail this on a 4-point inspection, in my opinion, will be cracked tile or any evidence of leaks or actual leaks. So far, it looks like a pretty solid roof. Let's take a walk around the roof and see if we see any deficiencies. Okay, so the concrete tile roof looks functional. I will actually get on online database and look up the actual permit information and find out exactly how old this is. And if there's nothing wrong with this roof, I'm allowed to give it up to 50 years life expectancy. So if it's 30 years old, I can give it 20 years old based on the current guidelines. But you know, something like this, I might give it 5 years as long as we don't find any more deficiencies. Now let's have a look at the other roof. Okay, so this is the secondary rear roof. It's a flat, modified bitumen roof. It appears to be new. I would say less than 1 year old, maybe 1 year old, I would give this 12 to 15 years life expectancy, no problem. It looks to be in great condition. So I think we're done up here. Let's go downstairs. Okay, we're about ready to head inside to do our 4-point inspection. So pay attention closely to the required pictures for the report. And this house is under construction, so it's sort of a special situation. So certain things like this aren't necessarily going to fail because it's currently being fixed. So we're going to notice the copper and PVC piping, okay? Exposed wiring, which necessarily isn't a deficiency because they're under construction. They might have a special sort of insurance plan. Let's come down this. So we want to inspect the bathrooms. So I'm going to come in here and check the toilet flushes, look under the sink to see if there's any leaks. Check the types of piping they have. So I'll notice copper piping. But the key is that you want to acknowledge the type of piping and get a picture of it for the report. So next we're going to move on to the air handler, which is in here. So basically this is a non-invasive inspection. So I'm not looking to, remove the actual air handler and make her life a living hell. Just want to see if it's in good condition. It's pretty much brand new. You can see her service record, the model number, the serial number. I think we got the serial number outside. Was it 2010? No, serial number 2010. So that's a good condition. So that's basically our AC inspection. You can feel it blows cold. We do have an infrared thermometer to check the temperature, but this one is in good condition. She has a new sub panel, which Ramon removed the cover. So for the 4-point inspection, you want to get a picture of the panel with the cover on first, remove it, and then check the wiring. So in here we see copper wiring, all lined up nicely. I'll take a picture of that. If you can see this up here, you see that cloth, that braided Romex? Can you see that? Some insurance carriers will not allow that. It's kind of controversial, but some insurance carriers will not allow that. And if they come to your house to see that, you'll get dropped. Anything else? Okay, so let's move on to the water heater. Is also a required photo. So over here we see the water heater. We need to take a picture of that. One thing I noticed is it's not a deficiency per se, but something you would recommend as an upgrade would be a drip pan. But what is required is this. This is called a TPR discharge valve, or TPR discharge pipe. And it has to discharge within 6 inches of the floor. This looks to be installed correctly. It's a pretty new water heater. It's wired. I don't know where that wired extends to, but it appears to be wired correctly. So for the rest of these things, we'll look under sinks, see if there's any leaks. And also notice the type of plumbing. So we got copper PVC, which is good. PVC is good, copper is good. Cast iron bad, galvanized bad. Talking about electric, copper wiring good, single strand aluminum wiring bad, cloth wiring bad. I think we're good here. You got that on? And the laundry, do we have a laundry hookup? Since the laundry is inaccessible, I can zoom in and get a picture of the laundry plumbing connections, which is all that is required. And then we're done inside. Okay, this is Dennis with Florida Insurance Inspections. We just wrapped up our 4-point inspection, but now we have to complete the form. So the minimum photo requirements are the front elevation, the rear elevation, the main electrical service panel with interior door label, the HVAC heating systems equipment with dated manufacturer's plate, all hazards or deficiencies noted in this report. So the electrical system, they're going to ask the main panel, the panel age, and the year last updated. So it was brand new. So the year last updated, it's less than 1 year, 2017. How many amps was it? I believe it was 150 amps. Sub panel, year installed, 2017, brand new. How many amps? It was 100 amps. The purpose of the panel, it was labeled, so we'll have to go back to our pictures and see what the purpose was. So the total amps was 150 amps, copper wiring. There was some cloth wiring, so that could be an issue. But I didn't see any hazards present, which would include blowed fuses or breakers, empty breaker sockets, loose wiring, improper grounding, overfusing, so on and so forth. It's all listed on the form. I didn't see any of that. So what we have to do is list the panel brand or model, which was Eaton, I think, and then the location, which was the hallway. And then the heating system. So the age of the heating system. I think it was 10 years old. Let's say it was 10 years old. And it says, are the heating, ventilation, air conditioning systems in good working order? Yes. Last year updated, 2007. Hazards present? No, no. Is it central HVAC? Yes. Is the source portable? No. Okay, you see how basic these questions are. This is just a basic insurance inspection report. Okay, so sorry we had to move back here due to someone mowing their lawn out front. So the plumbing system, the age of the system sometimes can be complicated. My best advice is to look for any potential symptoms of original piping. So if this is a 1957 house, you could have old cast iron drain lines that could fail. So you want to include that. But the only piping I saw in this house is copper and PVC. So it appears to be all new. So the year of last update would be 2016. Is the plumbing in good working order? Yes. Deficiencies, active leaks? No. Indication of prior leaks? No. Connections, hoses, leaks? No. Water heater? No. Other? Nothing. And the next section is the roof. So filling the roof section out is important. It also counts as the roof citizens roof certification, which we've been doing. You can use this in lieu of one of those. So the predominant roof was a flat concrete tile roof. We determined it was about 1988. It was 25 plus years old, but it appeared in serviceable condition, fresh paint, no evidence of leaks. It was very solid, no cracked tiles. So the remaining life we could give it would be 5 years, give or take. She should have no problem getting insurance. So I would check off full replacement, good condition. The secondary roof was a flat modified bitumen roof. It appeared to be brand new. So I would say age of roof less than 1 year. Remaining useful life, 15 years. Date of last roof permit, I would look that up, but verify 2016. Date of last update, again, I would verify that, but I would say 2016. So on the right side, there's boxes. Any visible signs of damage, deterioration, describe, e.g. curling, lifting, loose, missing shingles or tiles, sagging or uneven roof deck. So for this particular inspection, I put no, 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 no. And on the bottom, you need inspector signature, your title, your license number, and the date you inspected. And on the front, obviously, you need the address, the year built, the homeowner's name, the application policy, and the date inspected. That concludes our 4-point inspection. Hey, this is Dennis with Florida Insurance Inspections, and we're here on our third site, pool inspection, East Broward waterfront. First thing we're going to check is the pool deck. So let's have a look at the pool deck. It looks like travertine tile. It looks to be slip resisted. It slopes away from the pool. Now we can check the barriers. I believe we checked the barrier on that side already. It was functional. Why don't we walk around and look at this barrier and check this one out over here. Okay, barrier requirements are very important for safety in pools. They have to swing out and be self-closing. Let's see if it's self-closing. Yeah, so it's functional. I would check the height, Ramon, when you get back to your master board, and see if it meets the height requirements. Now I turn the pool equipment off so we can actually have a look at the pool shell, the pool structure, the finish. It's a concrete pool. It looks like it's a little dirty. You see some leaves around the main drain, just means it hasn't been cleaned in a while. It looks fairly new. I'd say it's less than 10 years old. You can actually see the back side of the structure. So a good place to look for leaks will be on the back side of this pool structure. So it looks solid. There's some scaling here. I'd monitor that. That might just be from grout cleanup, but it's something I'd monitor. Maybe try to clean it off. So you notice the grout lines. There's water intrusion, some sort of calcification coming out through the grout lines. And you can see it more so over here. You see there, and you see here. See that? So that might be an installation issue. I'm noticing loose tile. I don't know if it's from this handy tile work they did. So what I would do, me personally, I'd reseal all these cracks in the tile. I'd regrout the tile and reseal it, because you're having some sort of issue where it's coming through the other side, which means it's leaking. Now looking at the rest of the pool, usually the light is towards the deep end. That way nighttime swimmers can get a depth perception when they're jumping in. So the light here is right there. It's usually about 18 inches down. This one looks like it's watertight. Can you see if it's GFI protected for us, Ramon? It probably is. It's either that or it's low voltage because it's brand new. All right, so we know the light is functional, and I'm quite certain it is low voltage, which would not require a GFI protected. Okay, so we know that the light works. The drain needs to be cleaned. There should be no debris on top of the drain, but as far as I can tell, the drain is there. This is the skimmer. Should be cleaned daily. Pull it out. They got a rock to hold it down. You check here for cracks. I mean, it's all PVC. This is like brand new stuff here. And you want to check for the skimmer weir door, the actual level. All right, there's no weir door, so that's a malfunction. There should be a weir door, which when the suction is on, the weir door opens. When the suction is off, the weir door closes, not allowing stuff in. And the water level actually seems high, so maybe they filled it, maybe it's because of the rain, I don't know why, but it should be like midway from this weir entrance here. And see how it's almost up to the tile coping. And just like these here, I would look closely around the tile band, around the edge. But this is high tech pool finish here. This is Pebble Tech, and it's new. You shouldn't really have many issues. So you got the thermometer here. I don't think it's functional. It says 189. Check some of the coping. Yeah, the tile coping and the tile band around the edge looks pretty good. Let's check the mechanical equipment. That is the pump. All right, so it's an overflow pump. We're getting water from the inlets. We're getting suction from the weir basket. Okay, so we had previously verified calcification on the decorative tile here on the spa. You can notice discoloration, and over here you see there's actually step cracking, so there's some separation. It looks like there's some movement in the concrete, and under here the foundation of it has been undermined, and the earth is starting to give away. It feels a little wet up there. The grout is coming out, and right here is I would call it a major structural deficiency within the spa. So that's just the spa part of that. But we had just started the mechanical equipment, so let's go over there and look at that. Here's an electrical deficiency for you with a wet fuse with corroded wiring inside, so that's unsafe. She's got 2 pumps, one for the pool, one for the spa. The pump has a cover, which is good to keep the sun off of it. Everything seems to be bonded to ground. So if you see this small green wire, you can note that it's connected to the pump here. And then over to this pump is bonded underground, so they're missing a bond from this pump to this pump. So again, that could be an electrical safety hazard. A stream of electric came out of this box here. Anything here can become energized. So it wants to take the path of least resistance, which is the ground. So these little bond wires connect all to the ground. And the pool should be grounded as well, but there's nowhere we can see that because it's grounded at the rebar. And this thing here is an aerator for the hot tub. So this kicks on the bubbles. It appears to be not functional, the blower. And this is the pool heater. Heat wave, super quiet, electric pool heater. Doesn't say exactly how old it is. It looks relatively new. And all the options to get it to function are here, but it doesn't seem to be turning on. Okay, for a quick summary of this pool we just inspected, the pool deck looks good. The shell looked overall good until we got to the spa, where we saw some sort of leaking, scaling tiles. There's leaking in the back. The tiles were cracking. The shell looked good. It's a little dirty. The pool light works. It's on low voltage lighting. The barrier doors were both self-closing. The heights might be a little low, but Ramon's going to go ahead and check on those heights later. The weir door was missing from the strainer. The actual water level appeared a little high, so they might actually be overfilling the pool because there might be a crack in the spa. This is the way this works is the pump puts the water either in the pool or in the spa, and then the spa overflows into the pool. But the level should always be like mid-weir area. So when we got to the mechanical equipment, we saw the 2 pumps, both functional. The heater, functional, but with a few technical difficulties. The homeowner had just changed the front panel, and she was having trouble with it, so I didn't want to, further exacerbate the issue. There was an electrical box over there that is severely corroded and needs immediate attention. Everything else seemed functional. Actually, the bubbles, the aerator for the bubbles for the spa did not appear to be functional. And then the bonding wires for the equipotential bonding to the ground did not appear to be all connected. So the wire from the heater to pump number 1 did not jump over to pump number 2, so we couldn't confirm that there was a continuous bonding. So I would recommend further investigation, evaluation by a professional pool contractor at this point. So this is Dennis with Florida Insurance Inspections, InterNACHI. This is our 3rd and final pool inspection today. I hope you enjoyed it. Special thanks to Ramon Colon from Zafros Inspections, and of course a special thanks from our InterNACHI film crew. Thanks for having me.